Hello, welcome to example 5 on the exponential equations that I started with you in the previous videos. We've done a lot of examples and explanation on the exponential equations, from 4 different videos. So this is the 5th video on the exponential equation. So we've done a lot of examples in the previous videos, and we've done a lot of explanation on the exponential equation as well in the previous videos, and I hope you understood them and you enjoyed the lesson as well. So this is another example for you to get a better understanding of it. So this is example 5. It means you've already done example 1, 2, 3 and 4 in 4 different videos. So I will advise that you watch those videos so that you get the foundation that you need, so that handling this one will be easy for you, because we started building from the scratch. So the previous videos lays the foundations gradually to this point. So watch them so that you'll be able to get a better understanding of this one as well. And please don't forget to like the video and also share them as well after watching. Let's go ahead and handle the example 5 that I have on the board. So example 5, it says solve 4 to the power 2s minus 1 equals to 1 over 16. So we are to solve for the value of s in this equation, exponential equation. So let me write my solution and let's go ahead and do it together. So I have my solution here. So I have 4 to the power 2s minus 1 equals to 1 over 16. So 1 over 16. So we are solving for s. So now in the last video, which is the example 4, we did this type of example, where we said that for you to start solving this one, the first thing that you need to do is that the 1 over 16, you need to write it as 16 to the power negative 1, and I've explained it in the example 4. That's why I'm encouraging you to watch the previous videos. So before we can go ahead and make sure that the bases are the same and equate the powers, because now for you to solve this type of question, this exponential equation under indices, you have to always make sure that the bases are the same, then you equate the powers. But before we go ahead and do that, you can see that this is 1 over 16. It contains fraction. Now does it mean should we multiply through by the LCM? No. Multiplying through by the LCM is not wrong, but doing that will make the work much more difficult and complicated. If you are not well grounded in mathematics, you get confused. So the best thing to do is that the 1 over 16, you are going to write it as 16 to the power negative 1. Because I've explained that having 1 over 16, it can also be written as 16 to the power negative 1. Having 1 over y, it can be written as y to the power negative 1. Having 1 over 1000, it can be written as 1000 to the power negative 1. So you need to keep that in mind. So this 1 over 16, we are going to write it as 16 to the power negative 1. That's the first step. Then now we think of making the bases to be the same, then we can equate the powers and solve. So let me clean this one and let's go ahead. So the first step is that, let me repeat what is here. So I have 4 to the power 2s minus 1 will be equal to the 1 over 16. I can write it as 16 to the power negative 1. That's the first step. Please hope you are with me, and you understand what I'm doing. So that's the first step. Now from here, we need to make sure that the bases are the same, then we can equate the powers. So this 16, I'm going to write it as 4 to the power something, because it needs to get the same base as this 4 before we can equate the powers. So the 16, now you ask yourself, 4 to the power what gives 16? And that is very simple. It's 4 to the power 2, because having 4 times 4, it gives 16. It means 16 can be written as 4 to the power 2. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'll repeat my 4 to the power 2s minus 1, which is here, equals Then this 16, I'll write it as 4 to the power 2, okay, because 4 to the power 2 gives 16. Okay, now this power 2 needs to multiply the negative 1, which is here. Students make those mistakes a lot. They will forget to multiply it by this negative 1, which is here. Then the work becomes wrong. Okay, that's why I'm stressing on it. Okay, so this power 2 needs to multiply the negative 1, which is already here. So 2 into bracket negative 1, because the bracket means multiplication. Okay, now let me go over one more time. It is this 16 that we've written as 4 to the power 2. Then the negative 1, the power negative 1, which is here, you don't discard it. Okay, so this power 2 needs to multiply the power which is here, the power negative 1, which is here. So you write it 2 into bracket negative 1. Okay, so that's how you handle it. Okay, now from here, you can see that the bases are the same. So now having the bases to be the same, we can equate the powers. Okay, so let's go ahead and equate the powers. So I'll have my 2s minus 1 equals to 2 into bracket negative 1. Please hope you agree with me up to this point. From here, let's go ahead and open our bracket. Okay, so this 2 will multiply its bracket. So I'll have 2s minus 1 equals to 2 times negative 1 gives negative 2. Please hope you agree with me. Then let's now group like terms and solve further. Okay, so I have my 2s will be equal to negative 2 plus 1. I've taught you linear equation, so I hope you understand this one. Okay, so I can see that it's not clear from here, so let me clean it and continue from this side. Okay, so let me continue from here. I'm grouping like terms. Okay, so I'll have my 2s equals to the negative 2 is there, and this negative 1 will cross the equal sign to come and join it, so it become positive. Okay, when anything crosses the equal sign, the sign it has changes. Okay, so this negative 1, when it crosses the equal sign comes here, it becomes positive. Okay, so plus 1. Okay, now let's go ahead and simplify further. So I have my 2s equals to negative 2 plus 1 gives negative 1. Now what do we do to get the value for s? We divide through by the coefficient of s, which is a 2. So I divide here by 2 and divide here also by 2, so that this and this can cancel. Then I'll have my s equals to negative 1 over 2. Then this is my final answer for solving the exponential equation on the board. Okay, so that's it. So I hope you understood it and you get the explanation as well. Okay, so this is how to handle questions of this nature. Okay, so first, this 1 over 16, write it as 16 to the power negative 1. Okay, then you follow the same process. Okay, now maybe someone will be thinking that, what if from here I choose to express them as 2 to the power something instead? That is not wrong. Okay, you can do that, and I've done a similar example with you in the previous video. So when you do that, you still get the same thing. So you can choose to express this 4 as 2 to the power something. Then when you do that, it means that this 16 also you need to express it as 2 to the power something. Okay, because they need to get the same base before you can equate the power. So if you choose to express them in 2, okay, as 2 to the power something, you get the same answer. Okay, it's not wrong. Okay, so, and I've already done a similar type in the previous videos. Okay, so if you do that, you still end up getting the same answer as s equals to negative 1 over 2. Thank you, and please don't forget to like the video and also share the video as well. I'll see you again in another video whilst we tackle other examples. Bye bye.